My name is Oswaldo Gonzalez. I'm an attorney admitted to practice in New Jersey and New York, with offices in Union City, New Jersey. Been practicing since 1987 at the same location in Union City. This video is one in a series of videos that I've prepared for clients and or the general public. They're informational and educational in purpose. This particular video is on DUI, driving while under the influence, or driving while impaired. It's referred to in many different ways. The law has recently changed for DWI. What the what the legislature has done is convert the DUI system from a system where a person, if found guilty, has his license taken away from him, to a system where if a person is found guilty, that person will, in many cases, in lieu of taking his license away, require that that person have an ignition interlock device placed on his vehicle. Now, many people might disagree with this new change in the law, but I think that the purpose of the change in the law is to protect the general public and the individuals as well that are caught driving while under the influence. Why is that? Many clients that get caught with driving while under the influence and whose license have been suspended will, unfortunately, after a period of time, continue to drive even though their license has been suspended and or their privilege has been suspended. So what the legislature has done is, depending on the fact pattern of the stop and of the level of intoxication of the individual, is that the legislature has put a system in place where the person's privilege to drive may not be suspended, but what they will do instead is require that that person have an ignition interlock device placed on that person's vehicle. What does this accomplish? One, it accomplishes the most important purpose behind someone being convicted for DWI, and that is to get the person to stop driving. And to stop driving while under the influence. So with the ignition interlock device, the person would try to start the car, and if that car has that device on it and the person would blow into that ignition interlock device, and that person has a level of alcohol on him, the vehicle will not start. So now the person can continue to drive, to go to work, to take care of his personal responsibilities, take care of his family, and not lose his livelihood, but at the same time not be able to drink and drive. So in order to benefit from the changes in the law, one should avail themselves of an attorney experienced in the area of DUI, because there are many areas of that law that give protections to the person charged. And if those laws are not appropriately utilized for the defendant's protection, he may not be able to avail himself of the new, more generous penalties, if you will, that have been now imposed upon persons caught and convicted for DUI. Now, one last piece of information. If confronted with a police officer, many people are of the impression that if they don't submit to the breathalyzer test, they will be getting over because the police officer has no evidence to find him guilty of driving under the influence. But that is not correct. By you having a license and operating your vehicle in the state of New Jersey, it is presumed that you've consented to giving a breath sample. Your refusal to give the breath sample has consequences as significant as if you had given a high reading on the breath sample in most cases. So my suggestion, and it applies in almost all cases, there's a very rare case that you wouldn't do that, but in almost all cases under the present law, you should give a breath sample. Do not refuse. Now I will be preparing another short video that goes into what an individual should do when stopped by a police officer and what steps should be taken by the individual to protect him and get the best likely outcome if the matter were to be tried and or if it has to be forcefully defended in a court of law. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. I hope it was informative. Should you need any other information or need to contact me, please reach out to me on my web at oswaldogonzalez.com. That's OSUALDOGONZALEZ.com. Thank you.